Hair hanging is a circus-style trick in which a person is suspended by only their hair and swung around or held up in the air. Originally conceived in China, it is traditionally performed with the hair wound around a ring or a hook, and the performer is then suspended or swung around, often while performing other tricks of the circus trade, such as juggling. It may initially look fake, using wires or some other form of trickery, but in fact, it is simply an old, difficult, and dangerous form of circus performance. For generations, hair hanging was practiced and performed across the world by famous circus troupes and families who closely guarded their daredevilish tricks, but it has recently fallen out of fashion. While all the secrets to this practice aren't available to the public, we now know enough about this electrifying act to understand how it's done. As you might expect, hair care and maintenance is of the utmost importance when it comes to hanging by the hair for dozens or even hundreds of shows a year. Although we may think of the hair as being weak and easily snapped, it is actually incredibly strong, with a comparable weight limit of 100 grams per strand. With as many as 150,000 hair follicles on the human head, in terms of pure physics, there's nothing unusual about human hair being able to support a person's entire weight. However, just because the hair has the strength to withstand the force on a person's scalp during a routine is also quite intense. One of the biggest dangers is tearing out the hair from the scalp. Performers strengthen their hair and the scalp by eating specialized diets rich in hair-boosting foods, such as avocados, eggs, carrots, brown rice, and salmon, as well as using special shampoo and receiving monthly scalp treatments. The most important element of this circus act is the braid itself. Some performers spend hours before each show ensuring that the braid is 100% correct. Ideally, the hair should be damp while doing this type of performance, as this improves elasticity and reduces the amount of discomfort the performer will experience. More critical, however, is that the braid is tightly wound and perfectly balanced, so there is no undue strain on one portion of the scalp. In many circus families, special braids are passed down from one mother to daughter, but rarely shared with outsiders. Different families have also developed their own techniques and specialized braids to make the performance as beautiful and painless as possible. Such a feat also demands a unique level of muscle development in the neck and shoulders. When a performer is hanging by the air, it puts an unusual degree of strain on the neck and back. In order to safely perform this trick, the body must be gradually acclimated, and the relevant muscles must be allowed to develop. Some performers take years of slow, progressive training before they can hang from their hair, let alone juggle through a full-length show. As a warning, you should not attempt any sort of hair hanging trick unless you are working with a professional and are fully aware of the risks and requirements. It may seem cool to fly through the air suspended by nothing but your luscious locks, but it's best to leave this trick to the professionals. If you enjoyed this video, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Your feedback not only supports us, but also helps our channel reach more viewers and continue to grow.